Welcome to the Nintendo Ninja News show, where we take a bit of time off from reporting the news or reviews and interviews and all that sort of thing, and have a quiet sort of 10 minutes to ourselves to talk about how the channel's doing or an opinion on Nintendo or the gaming industry or something like that. And this is a bit more of a personalized one. To do with the conventions coming up, the calm before the convention storms. It's going to be very busy for me this weekend and the following 2 weeks with the EB Expo, and little bit of stress is starting to appear in me, because this is a very different way of this is Nintendo Ninja News's sort of first step outside of the office and doing things and trying to put together something that would be really interesting for people to see. And I think we can try to make this work. I think is sort of what I'm running in my head during the week. And it's been a really exciting past month. Somehow getting over 30,000 views. And it's been a huge month in terms of that. Getting a lot more subscribers and people commenting on stuff, which is fantastic. And I've been really happy to see the work that's been going on with thinking of different ideas and sort of finalizing those segments. You may have noticed that we have the NN Live, which is the live streaming, and the last video didn't turn out too well in terms of the audio and the video syncing, which is something that I'll work on, and hopefully that doesn't mean that the live streams come to an end. But the guest spot will obviously be used very well, obviously, with the convention and that. And I've been very tight-lipped on what we'll be recording, because I'm not 100% sure how we'll go around it. I think it's going to be one of those things where when we get there at the convention, I will start to piece out ideas of what needs to be done. But I've got a few ideas in my head that we can work out, which is going to be great. What my concerns are is not really about how many views the convention gets or anything like that. Is that everything kind of comes together nicely and people like what I do and things like that. And I think seeing the last month or two and seeing how people are really happy to see me do well, I think it's been great. Ooh. And, it's been busy with the Nintendo Direct and Pokemon reveals and all that sort of stuff. I think it's been a lot of fun. With a couple months until the Pokemon launch, and October may be an interesting month, and the NX reveal, one day that will happen. It's sort of a very curious sort of month or two, because there's a console launch that we have no idea when it's going to come out. Everyone is just throwing mud at the wall and just hoping that they are the ones who are correct. And there is the Pokemon sort of videos that are coming up, and I don't mind reporting on Pokemon and got my Team Pikachu shirt on, but I sort of want to talk about other franchises like Mario and Fire Emblem and other stuff that we don't get to. And it's because it's the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. There's been a lot of info released about it, and sometimes you sort of go where the news goes, and if it's a lot about Pokemon, a lot about Mario, then that's sort of where you end up sort of going. And that's why we're trying to do the live stream stuff or recorded stuff, and we try to talk about the history of Nintendo and things like that, and all that sort of interesting stuff. And that's something that we're hoping that we can get better at. So we're just hoping that some of the stuff sort of works it out by itself. I think it will, and I think the end of the year is going to be really interesting to see how that goes. And with these conventions, the one in Sydney is another thing that I need to try to put together. That's going to be really hard to sort of do it by myself, and that is something that I need to think a little bit more over the next. I've still got a couple weeks until that one. I'll be in Sydney for a couple of days for that. And I think I'm going to breathe a sigh of relief when it's over. These conventions are over and that, and look back, and hopefully we'll have some fun things to view and watch. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so a little bit nerves and stuff like that. And it's going to be very interesting time. But I will be there at the GammaCon convention and the other conventions with my 3DS. So if you'd like to play games with me, that would be great. And Street Passes too, with the new Street Pass games that's come out. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I could get a lot of Street Passes, I guess, at the EB Expo. That'll be great. I'm about 4,500 Street Passes, which is a lot. But I've never been to a big convention where you can get lots of views and things like that. The only time I got 100 in a day was at a Pokemon launch at midnight. So that was really cool. So I think overall I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not too sure how we're gonna work it out. But normally, that's how kind of Nintendo Ninja News rolls. Is sometimes things are a bit unknown, and then things kind of work out. So the channel's doing great. People seem to be happy, and we're sort of on the cusp of going outside of the office and actually promoting Nintendo Ninja News, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be good stuff. So hopefully people embrace us for both conventions, and we can make the most out of it. And it's going to be good fun. So with that, I shall be heading off. And hopefully we shall see you there if you're a local person in Canberra or living in Sydney in Australia. So that will be it from me from this little Ninja News show. And I shall see you next time.